Good morning, everybody. I am going to take a ride down to the historic Jungle Trail down in Indian River County, Florida. It's probably about a 30-minute ride down there. And, the Jungle Trail itself is about 8 miles long. I don't know what to expect or see, but giving myself something to do today. Lisa's at work, and I'm by myself. I'll turn it around here. You can see this big mug for just a moment. But I am going to go down, and I had noticed this when we rode down A1A and come back across to US 1 and came back up to where we've got the motorhome park. But I've been wanting to ride through this, and I don't know what's there. Found out a little bit about it online. Has something to do with Old Florida, the Historical Commission of Indian River County. I'm hoping there's some points along the way that you can stop. It has placards and tells that story. So anyway, I'm going to make that ride down there and see what happens, and I hope it's something that is worth sharing. So turn this back around. You've seen my big mug long enough, so I'll turn this back around and I'll turn the video off here in just a minute. I don't know of anything to see going down this highway till we get on down further. It's kind of a overcast morning early this morning, and it rained last night, as you can see from the water on the road, but it has not rained this morning. It looks like it's actually clearing up, as you can see out from the camera lens. Turn the camera over to the left here. You can see we're going down US 1. That's the Indian River, going down US 1 on the east coast here of Florida. Maybe you can get the concept of that out there. There's a lot of foliage once you get off the roadway, but it should clear up. You should have a good view here in just a minute. You can see out there, and as the sun is starting to peek through the clouds are starting to break up from the rain last night. But just giving you a view of the Indian River as we head south here out of Brevard County down into Indian River County. We're going over the Indian River Lagoon at this time, headed down toward the city of Sebastian. Our population will pick up quite a bit more once we get down here in Sebastian. coming up on 510 County Road, State Road 510, County Road 510. We're going to go across the causeway here and enter into the jungle ride, or jungle roadway, whatever it's called, and just see what it's all about. Maybe it's something that's worth showing, so that's why I have started this video out on the trip down, and we'll do a little bit on the way back up. Just depends on what we see, but we'll certainly try to make it interesting. Red lights down here are horrible as far as time and having to wait on them. There we go. If we stayed on this 510, it would take us over to A1A, the road that travels right along beside the beach. We're going to turn off that road before we get to A1A, but I think the way this goes, we come back out on A1A from the ride that I'm talking about. I've got to look for it. I've only seen it one time when I was down here, so I've got to look for it. Crossing over the Indian River, you can see the beach area and day use area that they have down here. And walk way across the bridge for your safety. It has a barrier up. Here on the right, looking at the sign. Island. To Orchid Island Golf and Beach Club here on the left. Got some high-end homes here on the right, starting in the 600,000 plus range, looking at the sign. Give the windshield a wrench, trying to get any film off of it. Here is the historic jungle trail we will be entering now, so we will see what it's all about and where it comes out, what there is to see. It's about 8 miles. I'm not going to get real fast on this. bicyclist up there ahead of us. Someone else decided to do the same thing today, except their mode of transportation is different. Younger days, this would just be called back road driving. Used to do a lot of it in north central Alabama. Here. who or what you meet, what they be driving on the jungle trail road, or jungle trail as they call it. Mud, we will have to wash the Jeep when we get back, get the mud off of it. Guess we could get over here on the far right and all that mud and really make this interesting. Just keep in mind, I'm the one that would have to wash and clean this thing up and get all of that out of every nook and cranny. So I think I'm going to at least, I may be on a muddy road, but I'm going to stay on the beating path. It's 10:02 this morning, a.m. It's Friday. I am on Eastern Time in Florida. Just making some conversation there while you enjoy the ride. I am enjoying it. It's been uneventful so far. Haven't seen any wildlife that I would stop and see and look at, try to get a picture or video of, but it's been interesting. I have always enjoyed getting out on the back roads and riding around. exercising the dogs. Good morning. We are probably coming up toward the end of the jungle trail if I had my guess. Seeing a gator out here in the wildlife a little bit, as long as I'm in the truck. We'll just see if we see anything as we drive along through here. One thing about after this drive that you will not be able to say that you have not at least took a video ride through the jungle trail in Indian River County, Florida. There and got a picture of a bird sitting up on a treetop up there. Couldn't get it to turn around. Try to see what kind it was. Okay, we are at the Pelican Island viewing area. The Sentinel Trail, Joe Michael Memorial Trail, and Butterfly Garden. Let's ride out here and see what we see. Pelican Island viewing area. I have got our good camera, long range camera with me as well, so if there's anything out here to see, I should be able to get some darn good pictures of it. Welcome to the most historic refuge. Drones are prohibited out here. Well, that's okay today because I don't have a drone. It is on my list of bucket list of toys to have. I just do not have one at this time. we're going to go out here and see what we can see. It's about a 1 mile trip throughout the whole thing. And what it says there, I'll get a video of that. Well, hopefully you can see that. Okay, we're coming up on the Joe Michael Memorial Trail. Welcome to the Joe Michael Trail. We're going to stroll on down this way and see what we can see what we can video, and what we can take still pictures of. This is our Florida native butterfly garden. America's first national wildlife refuge. A special place for birds. And over a century of protection. What is there to do here? Only a couple of other cars out there at this time, so it's not just overwhelmed with tourists today. Here is a placard as well. I'll get some video of it, then I'll take some still footage as well. Continue with our little walking tour here, see what we can see. Discovering the mammals around us. I'm going to go over here to this other canopied sitting area. I'm going to go there and take some pictures of anything there, but then I'm going to sit down a minute, see if I see anything fly in to get a couple of good pictures of. Beautiful spot. I'm going to end this video segment here. I'm going to look, see what I can see through the other camera lens of what's out there, if anything. We are starting our walk back toward the Jeep. Came a little rain on me out there, and looking at the weather, looks like they got another system coming ashore. Like we got several visitors coming in now as the morning goes on. Good morning, how are you? Yeah, due to that rain coming back ashore, coming some more, headed in this way, I'm going to head back to the Jeep. I'm not in too good of a mood to get wet today. Well, we're gonna head out of here, get back on the jungle trail, finish it up. That was an interesting stop. I will have to bring Lisa back up here one day to we'll have to walk that when it's not raining. I got a bug that has got in the car here, And gonna take care of that real quick before it ends up stinging me. Looked like it had a full set of teeth. And we're gonna work our way back out. I'll turn this around. You'd rather see this as me, so I'm gonna turn this around, and we will go out here and finish the jungle trail. Bring the windshield off for you the best I can. Certainly was interesting, and I know there is a lot more of it to see that I did not see today, but I'll give you an excerpt of it. You can put it on your bucket list, or I may have a phase 2 of that story that's coming out before we leave Florida, if we get down here and get to hike all of that all the way around there. Pelican Island Welcome Area, Birds Impoundment Trail, and the restrooms. Not going to make a stop today in the Welcome Center. We will do that on another day if we come back. I'm going to finish the jungle trail here, and we will go from there. At this time, which is the beach highway that runs along the Atlantic Ocean down through Florida. Looks like we got quite a bit of traffic today. Instead of going up the beach and going back across up at Melbourne Beach and Indy Atlantic, we're going to circle back around and go back across the waterway, the bridge, and go into Sebastian there. It's about 10:54 in the morning. Would like to pick up a little lunch somewhere, 11:30ish. Got to keep a fat man's belly full. Got a lot of stagnant water over here on the left. You can smell it. Low-lying area that holds a lot of water, I guess, and you're right here at sea level too, with the Atlantic just being right over there, outside those trees and right over there. Actually, it doesn't smell like stagnant water. It smells kind of like sulfur water. I don't know if you've ever smelled sulfur water, but it smells like sulfur water. Lisa had to work today, so I'm doing this alone. I had some work I had to do this morning, and then I've got another conference call later on this afternoon I've got to do, but I had a short day today, or if you add it all up, by the end of the day, it will have been a short day overall. So I had made a decision I was going to get out and ride around a little bit, and I remembered this road, and I'm like, well, I'll ride down and ride across the jungle road, or the jungle trail, and see what it is. Pelican Island National Wildlife Refuge. I guess we're entering into it now. fishing. National Wildlife Refuge. Area beyond this sign is closed. All public entry is prohibited. Signs are on both sides of the road, so this must be lands that have been set aside strictly just as a wildlife preserve. We are in the town of Orchid, just past the Orchid Beach and Golf Club. Going to be turning right down here to go back across the Indian Atlantic River and back over into and back up to Sebastian and back up toward Malabar and Palm Bay. We're here on turning on Florida 510. Let the camera run. This is a beautiful area down through here and across the river. So I'll let the camera run for a little bit. Maybe it can pick up on some of it you'll be able to see. Here's the historic jungle trail. Right there is where we started. We went up through there. That is where we went in at. So we're kind of have come back around to where our starting point. Well, not kinda. We did come around to our starting point. Coastal waterway. Homes and marina down there. Boat docking for their yachts. are coming up on US 1, so I will say that this video and what we've done today and how I will post it in the segments, I will say that since we're coming up and we've kind of rerouted ourselves back to where we started from, I kind of feel like this video is over here. So I will go ahead and cut it off and then work on the editing, getting it into posting form and get it out there to you where you can see it. Y'all have a great day.